Hey there, and welcome back to my little corner of the world. I've been talking a lot, at least to my friends over the phone and to my family, about how I've been really feeling the need to remember my whatsoevers. Whatsoever things are true, honest, just, pure, lovely, if there be any virtue and if there be any praise, to think on these things. And it's been kind of my goal and mission this last year especially to strive to think on those things. So one of the things that I wanted to kind of think on and to share with you that is one of my whatsoevers happens to be kind of an anniversary of this weekend, and I wanted to share that with you because there's a lot that I could dwell on that would be not so happy, but this is definitely happy. So here we go. Some of you may know, I don't know, but I was homeschooled all my life growing up until college, and then I did some time at a junior college. And the one thing that I always said I would miss if I didn't have was a real graduation with real friends. And besides that was also, a dance, which didn't really get, but that's okay. And it just so happened that at that time there was a countywide graduation, and they did it in this way where the graduates got to actually meet each other and get to know each other with different activities from around January until we all graduated. And during that time, one fellow graduate was teamed up with me and two other gals to do a song together, and we ended up having to rehearse at my house quite often. This was going to be for the graduation, and we had to rehearse at my house because I was recovering from surgeries, and we also had a piano and all that loveliness. And through that, I got to meet one of the best people in the world, in my opinion, one of my best friends, my best friend. And before graduating, I would say it was just kind of the groundwork, and somewhere between graduating and the end of the year, it was like, how have I not had this friend in my life for my entire life? So I wanted to honor this friendship because as of the 13th of June, I will have been friends with her, dear friends with her, for half of my life, which is kind of a giant milestone. 17 years. I won't say her name in case she wants to still keep her age private, but anyone who kind of knows me probably already knows who I'm talking about. I just love that. I love that God brought us together, and we were like polar opposites, and I really didn't think we would be friends after graduation too much when we first met because of how opposite we were when we first met. But there was this amazing thing in our friendship that helped the most, and that was that God really put on her heart to take interest in some of my interests. Not that she suddenly had to make them her favorite things, but she was interested in why I liked classic movies, even though she didn't really like classic movies to start with. So she asked me for a list of movies that I liked that she might like, and she went out and watched them, and then we talked about them. And there was this kind of open and honestness about it, and I wanted to understand her interest in classic music. I still really don't understand it too much, but I love her passion for it, and I love how she plays it. So classical music. She plays piano. She is awesome. So yeah, I am so grateful for her friendship. Before her, I had some pretty awesome friends along the way, but due to life and circumstances, all of them pretty much fizzled out within 7 years, with the exception of my god sister. But even we had kind of a break for a little bit. But I would say that definitely this friendship has been the most solid for the most amount of time of my life. And I'm grateful to have her in my life I'm grateful that I just finished celebrating her birthday, and I'm grateful that despite everything that has happened in the last 17 years, and there's been a lot of highs and lows, mostly high, but let's face it, there's been a lot of hardships, at least, during our friendship, and she's stuck with it. And that's hard to do for 17 years sometimes, but I'm grateful. I am mostly grateful to God for grooming our friendship, because also I know that, and we talked about this, so this is not behind her back. I know that if we had met as kids, we would not have been friends, because we were very opposite as children, and I think we would have driven each other insane, or frustrated each other at the very least, way too much. But God knew the exact time that our lives would be ready for each other and our hearts would be ready for each other, and He knew when we would need each other. And here we are, 17 years later, half of my life later, and I cannot begin to express how grateful I am for that friendship. I'm also grateful for the even short-term friendships that I had with the rest of my fellow graduates. There were only 12 of us because, well, it was a county-wide homeschool graduation. You don't have a lot of fellow graduates in those. Yeah, I'm grateful for those friendships too. I miss them. I have no idea where they are. I'm one of those weird people that actually wishes I could do reunions to a degree. But I know that none of those our fellow classmates would really be up for that, so I'll just wish it and it'll never come true, and I'll just imagine what their lives are like today. By the way, if any of my fellow graduates happen to find this video, please reach out and say hi. I miss you guys. I hope your lives have turned out well, and I do think of you often. And I am grateful for even the short-term fellowships that I had with the handful of you that are out there in this world. So, bye you guys. I just wanted to take some time to say something that I'm grateful for. And that is definitely one of the things. Definitely lovely. So, yeah. That's a wrap. Ciao for now. Bye.